G'day guys, Blue here, welcome back to Wistful Fields Enshrouded. Hope you guys are doing well. In this episode, I think we're going to continue where we left off, which is, I guess, making sure that the bathroom is looking as perfect as we can get it to be. And then we'll move on to trying to decorate some of the other rooms. I have been a bit busy between episodes doing a few things, like collecting a lot of wax, trying to make some more candles, and as you can see out here in the blacksmith's area, I've just got all of the machines that we left behind in the starting area just collected over here, and I guess we're going to move them at some point, but at least we should be able to do all the things that we need to do in Wistful Fields now. No need for us to go back to the starting base. So at least that's an improvement. As for the goods that I need to upgrade the flame to the next level, unfortunately we're not there just yet. I do need to gather up a few additional things, but as you can see, we've got the yucca fruit, we've got the sparks. Obviously the fell sickle scythe head is already there since we fought fell sickle scythe. And yeah, we've got a whole bunch of other stuff to try and collect, but I don't think this will be too difficult to do, to be very honest. So that might happen between this episode and the next one. But anyway, let's get started. So one of the things that we wanted to do, well, that we said that we wanted to do towards the previous episode was to see if we can add a table. We're gonna try and clip that underneath the floor to see if we can actually, you know, make the bathtub look less hovery. And I think we simply used a crude wooden side table, possibly, in the original build that we did here. But let me just double check there. Okay, maybe that's not a crude side table, because the crude side table obviously has a very rough look, and maybe that's not what we want to go for. Probably a different type of table then in that case, maybe a better looking one. Could it be the polished wooden table? Let's have a look. Okay. Obviously this is a little bit too big, so this is probably not the answer. In that case, we probably don't have what we need just yet. Let's go speak to Cade and see if we can pinpoint which one exactly we will need.
You need my help?
So let's go decorative. Okay, it's actually in comfort. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be this one, the wooden side table. I think the other one that we saw was a crude wooden side table, which we can actually craft ourselves. I wonder if using a palm wood side table would do the trick. So I'll actually make one of those, and we'll see if we can play around with that and see if that makes sense or not. If not, then obviously we'll go back to the table that we actually need, but well, let's see how this one fares and then make a decision from there. So I've forgotten completely on, you know, how we actually got the table in the exact position, but I assume it involves sort of, you know, opening things up like that, and perhaps what we do need to do is just quickly plug that. Yeah, so we'll add a couple of pieces that will essentially sit underneath it, like so. And I assume we should be able to get this table in. Here's hoping. And then we should be able to close it up later. But yeah, that's sort of the idea there. does that even make sense? Questionable. Very questionable. I wonder if... Yeah, the problem is the shower is already going to be in the way of us sort of getting to place this table into a hole that's further in. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to do what we want to do here. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I'm just gonna test things out, guys, and if it doesn't work, you know? The idea is I just want to make another hole right there. And if we, again, close the gap, can we actually just slide things, or slide the table across a little bit more? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I need to open this up. Yeah, I don't know about this. Maybe this is not the answer, after all. The method is probably correct, but I think we probably just need the other table.
Good to see you.
So, should just stick with what we know. Bloody hell. So, yeah, this. Probably gonna need a few nails, to be honest. Can I make some nails with Oswald? Because I am going to make quite a lot of furniture in this episode, I feel, so we may as well make a few nails. Maybe it makes sense. Alright, I'm going to check again on what we did on this side.
Hey!
I'm feeling like... Yeah, okay, so the table is actually pushed out a little bit more. So how do we manage to achieve that? And is it the right table? I think it is, although maybe it's the lighting that's making me think that it's a different type of table, almost. Yeah, so I've got like a slightly different idea now. Perhaps maybe the problem is that we probably need to make a hole that's a little bit further up, like so. And yeah, we can probably just repair all of this other stuff. So we didn't exactly need to do all of that. Oh, actually, I'm probably gonna need to pick up the shower completely.
Hey!
Maybe pick up, yeah, pick all of that up, to be honest. And yeah, we'll do that. to fix all of that up, and yeah, let's get the shower back in. Yeah, unfortunately, when you're trying to, you know, do this sort of clipping method to try and decorate, sometimes you only get the one chance before you have to essentially pick everything back up, which is a little frustrating. Yeah, I feel like I'm not getting the exact position that I want here sometimes. Okay, so that's looking good. Alright. Let's try again. Here's hoping. Yeah, alright. I guess I do need to get rid of these. I still feel like I'm not getting the same aesthetic. What is the difference? I might just have a look at the basement and see if I can notice anything in the basement. Where would it be? It would be on this side, I think, right? I don't actually see anything. We really did manage to do a very clean job there. I have a feeling it might actually be a different kind of table. But if it's a different kind of table, then I'm just trying to figure out which table it is. Maybe I went with a polished wooden side table, and maybe that's incorrect. Maybe it's the wooden side table that I need. Yeah, that could potentially be the problem. Apologies, guys. Yeah, it's been a while since we made this, this setup last, so... Yeah, there we go. That's so much better. Okay, so something like that, and then we should be able to stick the bath tub on the top. And yeah, we can even sort of bring the bathtub out a little bit more, and it should make a lot of sense. In fact, I might move the table to the front even more. Something like that, because you're not really going to be able to see that it's a table, so to speak, from this angle. You're just gonna see the bath. And yeah, that looks good to me. The question now is, am I going to be able to could be problematic. Okay, so that's the opening there. Perhaps the best thing to do is to simply just add one of these pieces, and we might actually be able to just patch things up. So yeah, it's taking 4 blocks there, so that should be correct. And oh god. Alright, yep. Did not mean to do that. It is still so dark in the basement. And let's just undo that before I fall through there again. And there you go. Our bathtub. I mean, there's some slight misalignment there, but I'm okay with it. There's a very minor detail. You barely notice it unless you're really looking. And so all of the bathroom stuff we have, I just sort of want to continue adding to the bathroom for now, since we're already working in that room. So stuff like this, maybe wooden bedside tables. You know, I know it's a bedside table, but I feel like we could add that in there. Or we could go with stone. Or maybe even palm wood. Maybe palm wood might not be a bad idea. We've got a lot of palm wood logs, and quite a bit of resin. I sort of want like shelving and stuff as well, so let me just see if I can find some shelving. Do we want anything else, like other types of bathroom items? Maybe we don't exactly need any of that. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool if we could get like some flasks and stuff going. To do that though, I'm gonna need a lot of glass, and unfortunately I don't really have a ton, and I don't actually have the sand to make additional glass. So I should actually start working on that. Yeah, even stuff like this might look quite nice. Primitive stone shelves, I don't think this was there before. This is obviously something new. Yeah, let's get a few things, and even if we don't end up using stuff, that's totally fine. Okay, we've run out of nails.
My pleasure.
Hopefully that'll keep us going for a little bit.
My favorite patron.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could even get some of these shelves. Even the palm wood stuff as well.
Measure twice, cut once.
Alright, so let's see if we can figure out spots that make sense for this stuff. And then maybe something like this can go, you know, over here, for instance. I think it's going to be okay in terms of, you know, not interfering with the door too much. That looks good. Then we had the shelf. So, see if we can get the shelf in. Yeah, I think a shelf over there makes sense. Might actually move that and shift that over this side. Maybe I'll freeform this a little bit. Ah, looking good. And plenty of space for different knickknacks and stuff. Maybe even a candle or two, just to light this place up a little bit more. I wish the game would give us, like, curtains and stuff. That'd be kind of cool for the windows. Drapes, curtains. Maybe we could get a rug in here. Might not be a bad idea. I do need to speak to the hunter if I want a rug. But anyway, it is so dark, so I think it's probably a good idea for us to have a sleep. There is one other thing that I do want to do between all of this decorating and building. And that is, I do want to do a bit of farming. Well, do we call it farming? I sort of want to grow some shrubs because I've sort of run out of plant fibers. I keep making plant fibers into string and I really don't have too much. So I've been making some of the shrub seedlings. So I've got 20 right now. I'm hoping I've got a decent amount. So let me just get all of this stuff in, and we can have a play around with other decorations after. Yeah, that's not really much. I'm just looking at what we need for it. I think it's the plant fibers, so I might just split a little bit more and we'll wait for more seedlings, and as they come up I'll plant some more. Okay, so I think we could probably go with some vases and stuff like that in the bathroom. So I'm just gonna see what our options are. A pitcher, limestone vases. I don't know if they really look very nice. And we could put in some pot plants as well, that's for sure. And I think I may already have some pot plants, but let's do one vase.
You've got a good eye, Flameborn.
And yeah, I think this could populate, you know, some parts of the space a little bit for us. Yeah, maybe even there. And I think a big shelf wouldn't be bad in that area. So maybe one of these ones. Crude wooden cabinet. I just need a bunch of string for that. I don't know why we would need string. Oh, I suppose it's tied together with string instead of with nails. We'll go with the polished wooden cabinet. I think, considering we've already got some of the other polished style stuff in there, and one palm wood, or a couple of palm wood items, I think it makes sense. I wonder if it would make more sense to have this sort of sitting there. maybe freeform that a little bit and bring it up that way. Yeah, okay, that doesn't look right. Push it back a little bit. Or maybe I should just snap. Oh, okay, right. It does need a little bit of space. Okay, that's fine. And then we can put this sort of there. And yeah, since we've already got like potted plants, I'm gonna see if we can grab maybe a couple. I do like the idea of maybe having some ferns. So let's go ahead and grab one. Then maybe we can go with like a smaller potted plant, like I don't know. Maybe one of these. Ooh, oh, a bunch of candles here. I'll take that. A pitcher might not be a bad idea, and this jewelry box, sure. We can use that for decoration. I think there's probably a few other options for decoration in there as well, but I think what we've got is a decent start.
Yoo-hoo!
Yep, I think that looks decent, and then we've got I wonder if I can put this here. Yeah, that looks good. Now my thought process is that the pitcher is needed in these times because, you know, you don't have like plumbing or anything like that, aside from, you know, where the waste goes. You sort of need to keep the pitcher topped up with water. Although that pitcher is quite big and it looks pretty heavy to lift up and actually use. Huge jewelry box. Maybe this can go, I don't know. Yeah, maybe in that corner. I need to figure out a whole bunch of other stuff to try and place in here. Maybe even a whole bunch more plants, to be honest. Maybe, maybe these are not the only plants that we want. I'll move that here. Yeah, I think that looks good. I want another one of these. For some purpose. Maybe not. Maybe I don't need it, but I can hang on to it though, because we are about to move into different rooms and we're about to continue decorating. So, sorry, before I start, again, let me come back to our seedlings here and I'm gonna see if I can plant some more. Got a few seconds to wait before we have another 10. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can wait even longer, because I'm sure I have enough to make a few more. So I may as well wait a little longer so we can work on a bigger batch. So I'm gonna grab a few of these other like tables and stuff, and yeah, even that one. Yeah, maybe even all of this. And only reason is because we may actually have a need for all of this stuff as we're decorating. And And yeah, I might as well grab like more ferns, more like potted flowers and stuff as well. Could potentially have a use for all of that. Oh no, did not mean to do that. G is what I meant to press. Okay. Just a tiny little bit more on the bathroom, because I feel like this area is a little empty. So I perhaps want to add just a little bit more greenery, like that. I think that makes a lot of sense. And yeah, we're gonna need to come back and do a bit more of a pass to put in a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm guessing this is probably going to be a lot easier when we do eventually make quite a bit of glass. So I'm hoping that perhaps maybe between episodes I can start working on some more glass and stuff. Alright. So we have a banquet table here. I'll leave that there. I wonder if I can have it center though. Okay, that's not going to be possible, so I'm gonna have to freeform. Actually, maybe a banquet table makes a bit more sense in here. And this is more of a lounge. I sort of need to figure out
Who's back?
what my options are in terms of lounges. Sofas. I don't really know if we have a lot of options for that. Yeah, there are benches like this. Like we can do an iron bench, for instance, but that doesn't exactly look very comfortable, does it? Maybe I do want the table in there after all. We probably want to add like a few things like chairs and stuff. Some of these chairs are a little bit too intricate for my taste. I do like the polished wooden chairs. So let's get like 4 to begin with. I'm thinking we probably will need 6, but yeah, we'll do 6 if we need to. Okay, not bad. Then we'll get our chairs in. I am sort of curious to see. Yeah, okay, we can definitely, like, sit. We just need to make sure that there's enough space to actually sit. So I'll leave that ajar. I think it makes a lot of sense to do that. And, I'll try and fit the rest in. And yeah, let's get a couple more, as I said.
I got my eye on you. Watch out for splinters.
Okay, and we could definitely do with like some furnishing and stuff like that here. Maybe plates and, you know, dishes and bowls and stuff. Could be good. Just sort of having a think of the space and how I want to actually utilize it.
Good to see you.
Ooh, look at all of this. Iron chandelier. Iron lantern. Yeah, could be cool, but I'll come back to all of that. Palmwood banquet table. I need lapis lazuli for that, but I don't exactly have any. I think I've only got like a few pieces, so... I wonder if I should have used the polished wooden banquet table. I'll make one, and I'll play around with it. But I am looking for... yeah, more storage type pieces. So some of these things here, wooden cabinets and such. I think I'll do a couple of those. Yep, a few of those, and possibly some of these as well.
One dwarf at a
We'll see how we go. But yeah, I wonder if I'm gonna have to pick up the chairs again. Maybe not. That doesn't look too bad. And I can still fit in here, which is good. I wonder if that's what I want to go for, or if I do some big old shelves like that. It's a hard choice, actually. I'm thinking maybe we have some of the bigger cabinets, or sorry, the bigger shelves against that wall. But alternatively, we use some of these bigger palmwood shelves. It's also an option. Maybe that works as well. Slight free-forming there, that's looking okay. And then we want to do the same thing on this side, so... like that. Yeah, once we actually get stuff in it, I think it'll look much, much nicer. It is looking a little plain at the moment. Which means maybe we can use some of the smaller ones for the back wall. Like that. And then we can maybe have some vases and stuff dotted around next to it. Let's just have a quick look here. Yeah, not bad. Let's go with these big shelves. Okay. And... how about these? Can we use these in any way? Maybe we might be overloading, but potentially I could, like, have a table here, for instance, separating the two bigger shelves, or maybe one of these. That would make a lot more sense, or even one of the palmwood tables, which is a little bit more ornate, which lends itself a little bit more to being, you know, decorative, if that makes sense. So that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Again, if any of you guys have suggestions, I'm all ears. Probably need like vases and other decorations. Maybe what I'm gonna do is to not focus this episode too much on adding some of the detail. We can maybe do like a detail pass in other episodes. Don't know if it'll be in the next one, because I'm sort of aiming to have, you know, all of the ingredients that we need for upgrading the flame in the next episode, and if we're able to do that, we should be able to continue our expedition to try and find the glider, which we oh so desperately need. Suppose this is alright. Hopefully. Alright. That's all we can do for now. And I sort of have to wait a little bit more. Yeah, it's only one plant fiber to give us like 5 shrub seedlings, so I've got plenty of plant fibers in there. Alright, so the guest room slash dining room is sorted. I may decorate this room later because we've got people in it at the moment and I sort of need them to be out of the way, but I think we can continue with Oswald's room. I just need to sort of think about what sort of style to use for his room. I don't know, I feel like he is a kind of guy who might appreciate like some more I guess rougher and industrial styles, if that makes sense. A wooden bucket. I'll make one actually, because I just had a thought, but maybe a wooden bucket makes sense for the bathroom. Yeah. I think it makes sense for the bathroom. I've forgotten about the plants. We could probably decorate plants and stuff soonish.
I can do it. Godspeed. Let me craft you something.
Yeah, let's get maybe a couple of the stone shelves. I'll get him a wooden cabinet, and I think we probably do want some wall-mounted shelves as well. And I think it'd be good if we hung up some, you know, weapons and stuff like that in his room. I think he'd appreciate something like that. Dagger weapon rack. Staff weapon rack. One-handed melee weapon rack. Yeah, stuff like this. Although, I don't know if we actually have any weapons to show off in his room. Yeah, I think we can do something slightly angled there, that's fine. And there needs to be space for like a desk of some sort. So I'll reserve that space for that. In fact, it might be a good idea to get some kind of a table in there right now. I wonder if a stone table would make sense for him. Maybe. We need a bit of string though.
Measure twice, cut once. Well, look who's back. You've got a good eye, Flameborn.
Yep, looks good. And I suppose now that we've got that in there, maybe I should get the cabinet in. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And then this wall can be shelves and also like weapon racks and stuff. So do one up there and then another one right below it like that. Actually, I will move these two to this side. And that way we have space for these. Ooh, that looks a little rough though. One-handed melee weapon, empty. And yeah, then I can sort of put stuff in there. Might not be a bad idea to put Bone Scourge there for the time being, but I don't know, that doesn't really look very good, does it? Is there a way to maybe make that look a little nicer? I'm thinking, do we prop it up or something like that by using some blocks? But then it might sort of come out a little bit too much. Maybe there's something else that I need to use before I even place the weapon rack in. Yeah, I don't know about that. just get rid of that. And... yeah, I almost feel like there's something else that needs to go in the front of it before we actually place it down. Something flat. Is there such a thing, though?
Well, look who's back. Godspeed.
Yeah, this is a bit tricky. So we can put, like, these pieces in, and then presumably... whoops, huh. Okay, this has to snap, I guess. It doesn't agree to freeform. Once we get that in, we should then be able to sort of put this in the front of it, for example, right? And that could work. Which means, theoretically, I could go with a different style of window frame. That's more appropriate. I might have some other types of window frames, actually. Let's have a sleep. But yeah, this is a real shame that the blocks sort of clip the weapon rack. I don't know if that was thought out very well. I definitely feel like the devs could have made it so that it sort of pokes out a little bit more and, you know, makes the weapon stand out a little bit more prominently. Still need to wait. So I am looking for more of those window pieces, yeah. Even these wooden window frames, which we could make ourselves, they might be sufficient. I might actually take a look at what other options we might be able to make ourselves. Huh. Rocky stone road block, smooth stone road block, and dirt roads blocks. Okay, I didn't even realize there were different types. Oh, look at that! Yeah, these weren't there before. I'm thinking some of these things came in with an update. Possibly. Anywho, yeah, let's play around with this. This could look like super weird though, having the windows in there, but I think if we sort of play our cards right... Oh, that hovers completely. That's sort of giving me some ideas around whether or not I can try to clip stuff and make things work by clipping things. I mean, if I put that there, I assume that that's still not really going to help us. Yeah, that's gonna make things even worse, actually. So yeah, if we bring it down a little bit more, and then what I'm thinking is this then sort of goes there. I hope that doesn't look like it's sort of hovering. It doesn't look bad, actually. And then what we can do is maybe get another one.
My favourite patron.
If I can find the bloody things.
Oh, watch out for splinters.
Then we can do that. And yeah, it might look alright. So if I just throw that in there, and then I'll just test by throwing that in there as well. Yeah, that looks cool. Actually, I do want that one, so let's swap that. That actually looks pretty nice. And not so obvious that we've got a window piece behind it. You know, propping things up. I don't know. If you guys got any thoughts on this, again, appreciate some comments. And perhaps maybe if you're playing Enshrouded and you've encountered the same problem, and if you've got a different solution, I'd like to hear it. But that's my solution anyway. Looks alright. I'm just trying to think of whether or not there's anything else I can place underneath it that would make some sense.
Here to look at my craft.
For example, like if I did one of these, for instance. Yeah, okay, that's sort of coming up a little bit far. Don't like that. But if we did something like that, for instance... I don't know, makes it look even less obvious, you know? Do we not have a shelf that we can make ourselves? I don't think I saw any, but I could have missed it. Yeah, we've got tables, but no shelves. Yeah, I'll leave that there, actually. We've got, like, more storage space to work with. And I would say that we probably need, like, some side tables next to the bed. I wonder if we want to go with stone, since we've got a stone bed. I'll just double check.
Look what I have to offer.
Side tables. Stone bedside table. Wooden nightstands.
Watch out for splinters.
Okay. I think this room looks quite nice, actually. Probably needs a little bit of detail, you know, in terms of like adding smaller knickknacks, books, rugs, stuff like that. I'm just looking for more chairs. I think we can just do like a normal wooden chair for his room. Or actually no, these polished wooden thrones, they might look quite nice. We just need a little bit of bronze for that. Now bronze, that shouldn't really be a problem. I've got a bit in storage in the actual smelter. So actually, was it bronze or copper that we needed? Can't remember.
Let's make something grand.
Copper, actually, we need 5.
Watch out for splinters.
I'll spend a little bit of time right now just chucking some of our metals in storage over here. That way we won't have to keep fetching them. Just need to find the right place for it. Yeah, we've got bars over here, so let's throw all of that in. Okay. It's a nice comfortable chair for Oswald. And yeah, I'm thinking his room is coming along quite nicely. I'm just trying to think about whether or not there's any major elements that we haven't really considered. Some greenery would probably be good for his room. Maybe something over there. Another fern here, which I could put, I don't know, maybe up here. It is a pretty big pot, though. Yeah. Yeah, getting the right angles to do certain things can be a bit tricky. Maybe over here. Yeah, so he's got quite a lot of ferns. Maybe he's a big fan of ferns. And we'll need a whole bunch of other types of decorations. Let's get maybe a mug in there, since we already have it. Yeah, that seems alright to me. Good progress, I think, this episode. Pretty happy with what I've done. particularly with the guest room here, which I reckon looks quite nice, and by the time we get some of the details in, I think this room will look quite stunning, to be honest. For my standards anyway. I'm sure there are plenty of builds out there that look absolutely incredible. I might get one more batch of these seedlings planted before we call it an episode, but yeah, I feel like this place is getting there. One thing that is a concern is what we're going to do for the outside, specifically where Oswald's going to be working, because I keep saying that I want to try and introduce a little bit of depth on that side of the building, and yeah, just as well we haven't exactly decorated that side of the building just yet. And I might leave the decoration of that side till a little bit later. Okay, perfect. We had just the right amount as well. Okay, so I think maybe next episode we'll upgrade the flame altar. Hopefully I'll have all of the materials for it, and by gathering all of the materials, because I think we need lapis lazuli and stuff as well, I'm hoping we should have all of those materials that we actually need to make some of the knickknacks and some of the other types of furniture that are still kind of locked away. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Drop me a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Stay true. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.